This is Dr. Andrew Pickens. You see the Pickens name, the Baird name, the Weavers, the Reagan. Dr. Andrew Pickens was one of the founders of the Methodist Church in western North Carolina. The Weavers were Presbyterians when they came here. And then Francis Asbury came through evangelizing, and he must have been a great preacher because suddenly everybody were Methodist, Wow, And so Dr. Andrew Pickens, he was a minister, not a doctor, Reverend Andrew Pickens. But I thought this tombstone is interesting because of the stumps. Mm-hmm. There was a whole thing about stumps, represented a life cut short, or the brevity of life. And some are in the shape of a cross, and some are just big, tall, like stumps. A lot of them have doves on the base, and some of ours do too. They were really popular in the late 1800s to the 1920s or so. Sometimes they were connected with secret societies. The Wooden of the World was one of the very first life insurance companies, and they, for a time, gave away free headstones with their life insurance policy. So, I'm sure Dr. Pickens wasn't one, but, and his is just a verse from the Bible, in Christ shall we be made alive. It's rare to have a lot of inscriptions in this cemetery because they were expensive. All of these stones are so old that they were hand carved, like Thomas Wolfe's father was a carver of stone. So there aren't a lot. I haven't found any really witty ones. I don't know if you have, Joel. But, some of them have a little bit longer words. Generally one's about mother, mother's eyes, and mother being, this is wonderful woman and all. And Andrew Pickens married Catherine Weaver, who's one of your Joel's relatives also. So a lot of the Weavers and all are intermarried.
My great-grandmother was a Pickens.
Yeah, and so was mine.
Right.
I forgot to make. Also, the slave in the back here and on the sides, we're not sure exactly where. There was a slave cemetery. They are not marked. Some probably just had rocks or field stones that have been long gone. There in the Grahams Creek Cemetery book, there are 73 named Black residents who had graves here, but we don't know where they are. One of them was Gilbert Baird, who was Dr. Captain W.E. Weaver in the Civil War, was his slave servant companion throughout the war. And Gilbert, who everybody in town here called Uncle Gilbert, became quite successful after the emancipation. He was a brickmaker, and he made most of the bricks for Weaverville College. He reportedly had the first piano in town, and apparently was quite successful. And he and Captain Weaver maintained a friendship throughout life. We have many pictures of them together, and apparently they went to Confederate reunions together. And Gilbert was one of the only men to receive a Confederate pension. One of the only black men to receive a Confederate pension from the state, which is really good. I spoke to one of his descendants, and it's interesting that he wanted to come back. And he said, well, why wouldn't he? His family was here. He knew the land here. I mean, had friends. So connected to Weaverville, emancipation. So you'll see rocks in this area, rocks over here, and we aren't sure whether they are some of the Confederate maybe soldiers, some black residents.